Again, everyone. Okay, this has been a busy week. I've received some more correspondence as well, which I'd like to share with you. So here we go. This is it's no secret that I've been very vocal about the Underdogs versus Discovery. The campaign has also gained a lot of momentum, a lot of support, I must say, a lot of empathy, a lot of sympathy, a lot of understanding, and towards the underdogs, of course. But out of the blue, I received an email, which I'll be reading to you. Unfortunately, it's in Afrikaans, but I'm pretty sure that YouTube may be able to translate for us. So this is a letter I received on the 31st of August 2025. Goeiedag, Ben. Okay, first I must say I received a WhatsApp as well. WhatsApp told me to check my mail, and here we go. Goeiedag Ben, rediscovery en ander ontdekkings. Ek het baie navorsing gedoen nadat ek tot die insig gekom het dat ek dit te doen vir jou onthaalwe. Oh, it's for my betterment. Ek vermoed sterk my ontdekkings en bevindings sal jou en 'n klomp ander mense baie interesseer en waarskynlik jou storie met Discovery benadeel. Sien onder vir opsomming hiervan. Ek skryf dit in Engels, want as ek dalk vir 'n wyeer gehoor benodig, hoef ek dit nie weer oor te skryf nie. Alright, so here we go. It is written it for a wider audience. So let's see what it says. Dit het 'n paar ure gevat van my tyd gevat. Meer as wat ek gehoop het, want hoe meer ek gegrawe het, hoe meer goed het onder my aandag gekom. Ek dink R15.000 is 'n goeie regverdige vergoeding, eintlik 'n bargain vir jou. En jy kan dit my rekening betaal voor 1 September 2025, maandag om 1800 en 'n pop na 083 647 7445. Ek herhaal daai. 083 647 7445 op WhatsApp te stuur voor of teen daai tyd. Faktuur aangeheg. Jammer vir die dringendheid, maar ek sal graag die saak sonder oponthoud in die bed wil sit aan my kant, ongeag watter roete dit loop. Vanselfsprekend, en indien jy die vergoeding dit betyds betaal, hou ek die navorsing tussen ons. As jy egter besluit ek moet dit pro bono doen, sal dit op LinkedIn en die ander relevante sosiale media platforms soos van toepassing uitlig. Ek sal ook spesifiek seker maak Discovery en Adrianetjie, Sira, SAPS, CIPC en wie ook al anders hierdeur geraak kan word ook in kennis gestel. En voor jy met my wil argumenteer of beskuldigings uitdeel, hou in gedagte dat alle inligting vanaf publieke bronne is. Al wat ek gedoen het is om dit te soek, te vind, die dots te connect en op te som. Gevolglik is ek onder geen wetlike of ander verpligting om dit te openbaar nie, en is ook nie aan die verkeerde kant van die wet indien dit wel openbaar nie. Openbaar is die verkeerde woord. Kom ons sê eerder mense se aandag daarop vestig. En jy kan ook nie beweer ek laster jou nie, en ook nie dat ek jou probeer afpersie. So kom gerus vir my, maar met Discovery gaan jy nêrens kom nie. Trouwens, ek doen jou moerse guns. As hierdie opsommings van my gesosialiseer word, is jou credibility en publieke aanvang by die venster uit. So ek offer jou nou die geleentheid om dit te bestuur. Opsomming van my bevindinge as volg. Ben Lombard, you state somewhere you have a passion for the truth. Perhaps it should be a passion for other people's truth. I came across your discovery case and ensuing fight with him last week and followed it reasonably closely. I thought perhaps I could assist you or at least give you some pointers for what it's worth. Based on my career as actuary of over 25 years, which includes many years of life insurance product development, I extended my invite to connect on LinkedIn, but you have not accepted, so I reckoned perhaps you do not want to unnecessary attention or have all the help you need. But over the past few days, the matter has started to bug me more, and I could not put my finger on exactly what it is bothering me. So I decided to do a bit of desktop research for my better understanding. Note my sources are exclusively in the public domain. Good. What I came across was astounding, to say the least, and in some cases simply unbelievable. My findings were supporting info and outlined below, and albeit not necessarily directly related to your case and fight with discovery, it is certainly worth highlighting as it gives a lot to ponder in the context of telling the truth. Doing the right thing, accountability, justice, legitimacy, and all the other novelties on which you base your discovery crusade and also your profession. It does paint a more complete picture of you and the ways in which you tend to operate, and it's without a doubt in the public's interest to be aware of it. Let it be known, I have no interest in picking sides on promoting anyone's interest above that or of another. In particular, I have no interest in discovery, don't own any of their products, and don't own stock. My responsibility is towards the financial services industry and insurance, and in particular do what is necessary when necessary to protect the industry and its stakeholders against rogue and mala-fide actions, forces and risks, and that is exactly what I am aiming to do. Findings as follows. Managing Director of Lytec for almost 27 years. This is what your LinkedIn profile says and leads one to believe Lytec is a private company, which is a board of directors. It turns out Lytec is not registered private company at CIPC and hence does not have a board. CIPC has on record Lytec Western Cape register, which is a closed corporation, have members instead of shareholders and directors. So maybe you should consider changing your title to managing member. Good advice, Mr. Cillié, which I will be taking. Could have been an error on my side or somewhere on the person that drew up the website, which I must have take accountability for. Then it says, except you are also not a member and have not been since 2019, which is odd to say the least. Either way, acting as a director and or pretending to be one, you are not in transgression of the Companies Act and a gross misrepresentation, aka fraud, according to South African case law. I'm taking note of that, Mr. Cillié. I will rectify that. You personally, Ben, seems to be actively registered as a SERA member, as an employee of Inyani Security, where you were always a member of this closed corporation previously. Inyani's SERA registration has been withdrawn. Quite so. The company was closed quite a few years ago, probably because it was deregistered by CIPC in 2016 already. But now, why would SERA think you are still an employee, which you cannot be, seeing Inyani is not active and legally registered entity anymore. Perhaps you need to inform CIRA about this and that you are not legally an employee of INJURIA anymore, so that they can update their records accordingly. Yeah, Mr. Cillié, you're quite right. But this happens to be my most recent CIRA registration. It says I have an A grade and I'm registered as an individual. It doesn't have to be linked to a company for that matter. So let's move on. INJURIA CIRA Association and yours as an employee of INJURIA is sort of irrelevant, except for the fact that INJURIA does not legally exist anymore since 2016. Okay, we did say that. Now, before anyone crucifies me of my ongoing involvement in managing executive of Abanye and Malden Max as shown on my LinkedIn profile, and given both the Abanye FinServ Pty Limited and Malden Max were deregistered a while ago, the following. I retained the Abanye and Malden Max brands for now, but as separate divisions under a single family business trust, as legally entity from which I conduct most of my business these days. So whenever and in the exceptional case that I conduct business under Abanye and Malden Max brands, and where it's necessary, it will indicate that these are business divisions of a trust, not separate legal entities. I do not pretend that these businesses are still actively registered at CIPC and that I am still an active director of them. I am the managing exec, but my legal employer is the trust. Good. Southern African Polygraph Federation Association confirmed on your website by your logo displayed. Your website also states LITEX investigators or members of SAPFED. However, according to the membership database on their website, neither you nor any of your investigators are members. So what's going on? Another misrepresentation, like in the case of CIRA. Mr. Cillié, I can answer that one. That website was in the process of being updated before you started. It has now been placed completely under construction. Mm-hmm. For that matter, if some of these other associates have parted ways, so let us not dwell on that matter any further. That is being addressed. But thank you for bringing it to my attention. What is more interesting, though, is that you were a member of SAPFED, a private company until 2014 when you were removed. I couldn't find out exactly why this happened, but removal of a director of a company as provided for in the Companies Act is typical, quite controversial, and happens usually when a director becomes ineligible, disqualified, incapacitated, negligent, or derelict. One can only wonder what happened there, but it's unlikely to be a happy tale. Perhaps you had an argument about the merits of voice stress analysis. Mr. Cillié, that is something that's been dealt with by SAPFED. I can elaborate on that, but it's not in the interest of either SAPFED or myself to elaborate on that one. So you can feel free to contact them for further information, and we can take it from there. I suggest that you take a membership issue with them. If you're not a member, then just remove the logo from the website and explicitly clarify the nature of your association to address the false impression that you are members. Mr. Cillié carries on. LITEX website contains some interesting numbers, and I'm keeping on record screenshots of this and other info. In fact, outline in this document discovered suddenly for some reasons. You proclaim you have performed in excess of 30,000 polygraph examinations over your 27-year career. This is truly impressive! Exclamation mark. It means that you have performed more than 1,000 polygraph examinations per year on average. That's quite correct, Mr. Cillié, and I can show you my own records as far as that is concerned. Okay, going on general industry accepted assumption that an examination takes on average 2.5 hours. That's incorrect, Mr. Cillié. It's on average 1.5 hours. To complete, and sometimes even longer. That's true. It means that you have spent in excess of 75 hours just doing polygraph examinations. Good maths. That translates to over 11 hours of polygraph testing every single working day. That's not true. I try not to go over maybe 9, 10, sometimes exceeds, but I try never to exceed the number of polygraphs, which is 5 a day. The same goes for your 2 other LITEC team members who are equally busy with seems 30,000, 20,000 polygraphs examinations performed respectively. By comparison, a competitor of you doing this full time compared, it's a lot of maths that you are spending time on. And then another interesting number you mentioned is that your team has collectively spent 50,000 hours on polygraph examinations. Given the 80,000 total examinations performed between the 3 of you, it means that the average polygraph test you perform is shorter than 40 minutes. Mr. Cillié, you're welcome to come and check it out. But let's move on. That's a significant 75% shorter than the normal polygraph examination. Is there any specific reason for that? It does seem irregular. On the bright side, and this is truly the case, your 11 hours polygraph days performed 2.5, giving you some ample time to spend on other matters like training you do as a director of International Polygraph Study Center, whose website does not seem to be working, by the way. Okay. Then we move on. My research indicates an overall total of around 10,000 to 20,000 examinations performed in South Africa each year. Oops. Mr. Cillié, I take it that could have been in the late 90s, early 2000s. But let me leave that for you to do further research on. Okay, so you're saying the estimated 3,000 tests you and your team perform annually. LITEC accounts for someone between 1.5 and 3 out of every test across the country consistently. A reasonable small company based in Cape Town with 3 investigators. That's not true, Mr. Cillié. I use a lot of outsourced associates in the process as well, countrywide, for your information. Okay. None of the above a list that is not intended to be exhaustive will likely get you into very serious hot water, I guess so too. Not to say not pretty serious stuff. There are clear examples of definite misrepresentation, dishonesty, transgression of certain acts, publication of misleading information, and unlikely scenarios dished up at which paints a very dubious picture of you. The way in which you operate and your overall credibility, MHO, I reckon if I dig further, I don't know what the MHO for, but anyway, I will find more, but I'm done for now and have had and seen enough. Insofar as your vendetta with Discovery goes, I have asked a couple of questions on LinkedIn. If you can post the rejection letter, reason as you received them from me, to get a better understanding as to what their reasoning is, but you have not shared it. Surely that is something you should or want to be put, but that is at your discretion. I reviewed as much as I could find of what you posted online with regards to Discovery. All I'm hearing is that Discovery is wronged you unlawfully pot kettle black question mark, and that you have issued an ultimatum to them and Adrian Gore to pay 5.5 million that they allegedly owe you. It's in actual fact 5.57, Mr. Cillié, and still accruing interest as we sit here. I've seen you insult Adrian personally, which is below the belt, if not anything else, in my view. It's not my view. But nowhere have I seen or heard any substantial argument from you why you are saying these things or why the claim is valid in your view. True, you did have a silent heart attack, it appears, but you seem to miss the point. It should have occurred while the policy was in force, and that the onus is on you, with the help of your doctors, to prove that. If you can't do that, then I'm afraid you are probably not going to get anywhere with the claim. I think different, Mr. Cillié, and I know different. And with that, I think my time spent on this matter has come to an end. I will gladly share my information sources with anyone that asks. Send me a DM if you are curious about anything I outlined above. Good luck. Ek vertrou jy sal die regte besluite neem. So, attached to this letter is a tax invoice. It is made out to Ben Lombard, Lighter Western Cape, Jan Eversdal, and it's from Gabrie Cillié, 54 Kruisrivier Crescent, Granendal, which is probably 4 kilometers from me. Contact person is Gabrie Cillié, WhatsApp number 0836477445. Date of this invoice is the 31st of August 2025. The invoice number is BL20250831. It's payable on presentation. Details in its previous balance is brought over as no VAT, no nothing and no nothing. And then research, assessment, and summary of findings shared with you. 15,000 Rand. There's the account number. It is made out to, it's payment to be made to GC Cillié. Time Bank account number 5101787502. Mr. Cillié, I never commissioned your services, but thank you. It's a lot of research which, if you had had a personal interview with me, I would have told you all of that and more. But let us just go into the rest. Then I managed to phone you. You've given me a number to phone you on, which is what I did. So let us just listen to that. I can find it now. We can listen to it. Here we go.
Gabrie, hoe sien jy?
Te bly.
Alright, ek weet jammer dat jy so voel, hè?
Ja, maar luister, dit is binne lange gesprek in die baan. En ek ken die offer van tafel, so
wat is die offer?
ek soek 15.000 vir my werk.
Ja.
En dit is tussen ons. En
wat is dan tussen ons?
Die dokument.
Ja.
Jy het nie gelees.
Ek sien jy my dan gestuur. Vertel my vir waaroor gaan dit? Wat is nog gestuur?
Nee. Dit is heeltemal geld wat klein is. Dit moet gewees, ander belangrijk.
Okay, Gabrie, het kan visjes afpersen. Dat kan je nog niet.
Ja, nee, het klinkt als geld. Maar
Verkeerde persen.
almal iets vir verkeerd.
Okay, maar jy het verkeerd gelees. Gabrie, jy het verkeerd gelees. Gaan kyk nou net weer. Ek gaan nou vir 'n bietjie stuur. Gaan kyk 'n bietjie op alles wat jy weet is ja. Dit is daar, maar ek het elke ding kan ek verduidelik. En het tot vanaf is vir jou inligting, dit is nie 2,5 uur lank nie. Dit verwil is die inderdaad. Nou nog 'n ding is ja, ek het ander mense ook self by my werk, net uit wat jy sien nie. So daai ure wat ek jou gegee het, miskien is die website nie altyd nie, maar hy kort nog so 'n bietjie werk en ja, ek gaan dit reg doen. Maar dan ook die ander ding wat jy probeer doen om my te diskrediteer, gaan ek jou waarborg, Gabrie, ek sal dit self, ek sal jou brief daar uitsit in die afpersing wys. Nee, ek sal het doen. Maar dan, net vir die inligting, ja, jy het gesien, daar is nie een Sira nie. Wat het jy gesien van my Sira? Ja. Ja, wat het hier gesê, lees jou kom reg. Jy moet 'n bietjie verder na die Gabrie, asseblief. Net so klein bietjie meer. Ek dink jy moet gaan kyk op die Association of Certified Fraud Examiners. Ek is daar geregistreer en dan is vrygestel vir Sira. Okay, hierdie gesprek het ek ook op band. Ek lag vir jou. Ek is heeltemal reg vir jou. As jy wil voortgaan daarmee, ek waarsku nou, ek gaan jou aanvat vir CRIMEN INJURIA. Okay, die keuse is joune. Nee, dis nie van my nie. Hierdie gesprek het ook op band en ek weet nog voor die brief, dit is tydelike afpersing daai. Okay, ek gaan nie vir jou met 'n lawyer praat nie. Ek los dit in jou hande, doen dit Gabrie, wag vir jou. Okay. Hierdie gesprek nog steeds op band, goed so.
There we have it again. I get an invoice for 15,000 Rand for services that I never called for. Gabrie, if you're not very clued up with the law, that is extortion. But that's not where it stops. Let us have a look at what happens next. So then I get bombarded, apart from the stuff that was placed on social media and clearly to discredit me, clearly a smear campaign, but let us look at what happens next. Now, what I've done, and Gabrie did not seem to realize it, is when I blocked him on WhatsApp, I did so to secure the evidence, so he could not delete it. So there was no way that he could delete any of that stuff. It is there and it's secured for any criminal court case. So we go further back now. So I've done that one. Let's have a look. Okay. Yeah, on the 1st of September, I also sent another one. Goeiedag Ben, soos jy self kan sien vanuit my skrywe is al die inligting daaruit reeds publiek. Dis nie my intensie om enige verdere inligting uit te lig nie. Behalwe dalk 'n verwysing na jou 2 YouTube video's van vroeër vanoggend op Truth WP as nuwe nuus. Dalk en alvorens ek enige statements maak, kan jy net verstaan hoekom jy so narstigtelik probeer keer om die inligting te herpubliseer met jou dreigemente, aantuigings en so voort. Dis baie verdagte optrede deur jou wat glo niks het om weg te steek nie. Dis reeds daar buite vir almal om te sien, in teenstelling met al die kommunikasie tussen ons twee, wat jy vrylik aanlyn versprei het, vir alle praktiese doeleindes konfidensieel is. It's not confidential as far as I'm concerned. I don't have to treat it as confidential. You want it confidential. Trouwens, elke stuk inligting sonder uitsondering kom oorspronklik van jouself, wetende dat dit publiek gaan wees. So jy die inderwaarheid voorspring met die publisering van alles. En sonder uitsondering is alles onafhanklik verifieerbaar. Anders as jou bewyse oor my waarvan die oorsprong in geen gevalle onomwonde bevestig word nie. Wat mis ek hier? PS, hou jou geld, ek stel nie belang nie. Ek gaan die info voor 1700 post, tensy jy my 'n genuine goeie rede gee hoekom ek nie moet doen nie. Nie dreigemente nie, net regte redes. Okay, so then we move on. That one is out of the way. Then come on the on this also on this 1st of September. Get another one. Ek glo jy kan insien dat ek dringend antwoord van jou benodig, indien jy wel van plan is om te antwoord en indien ek die 1700 uur deadline nog wil maak. Okay. So, yeah, it's another deadline for me to make payment of 15,000 Rand. Okay, so after that, I see Mr. Cillié has been very busy at night because most of his emails were sent at night. Now, bear in mind, I've blocked him on WhatsApp, so he couldn't send me any more emails. So here we go, another one. Okay. This one is now on the 3rd of September at 26 minutes past midnight. So, my deadline is verstreke en Adrian en Disco sin ook. En nou moet jy regstappe neem soos jy beloof gedreig het. Dis nou so. Die vraag is, het jy die ballas? En selfs al het jy, gaan jy die stamina hê om die countersuits uit te sien. Dit gaan jou seker ten minste vir 5 of 10 jaar besig hou. En honderde duisende, indien nie miljoene in regskoste. Nee, meneer. Het jy die guts, Ben? Het jy die lus en die wil en die deursettingsvermoë op jou ouderdom? Hoe gaan jou vrou daaroor voel? Vra haar, Gabrie. Ek voel genuine vir jou. Ek vermoed, ek weet wat jou motief is. Maar tough shit, Ben, jy sal moet langer graft. Jy is nie die enigste een in daai boot nie. Anyway, ek is seker jy sal die regte besluit neem. Maar as jy besluit om terug te tree, doen dit heeltemal. Stop underdogs. Want jy gee naïewe klomp mense vals hoop. Maak jou kanale toe. Delete jou posts. Los Disco. /Hein. /Adrian. /myself uit. Vra om verskoning. Maak jou profiles toe. Fuck off permanent. Wat het jy om te wen? Dink jy Disco gaan suksesvol wees? As jy dink, is jy seker van looitjie getik. So kom by en kom aarde toe. Jy het nog die geleentheid om eerbaar uit die stryd te tree. As jy aangaan, vertel my ten minste hoekom, want ek sal nie kan verstaan nie. Okay, let's move to another one. So now we've got another one, yeah? Where is that one? Ah, here we go. Listen to this. This is one that was sent to me by my newly found friend, whom I don't even know. Let's listen to this.
Ja, daar het jy dit nou. Jy is glo lid, but not in good stand.
Let's just start with that.
Hi Hi, good afternoon, ma'am. I would like to just verify a membership of a company that does polygraph testing. Can you assist me with that?
Yes. What is the company name?
Litech. Lietech.
Right. Litech is not registered with us as a corporate.
Okay, is Mr. Ben Lombard registered with you?
Yes.
Okay, alright. And he also has CIRA exemption?
Actually, Mr. Lombard, he's not a member in good standing at the moment.
Is he not a member in good standing?
Yes.
I see.
That's waiting for membership.
Okay, alright. Okay, thank you very much.
It's a pleasure, sir.
Bye.
The following notice was also sent to me.
Ja, daar het jy dit nou. Jy is glo lid, but not in good standing. So dit beteken jy is nie regtig 'n lid nie. Jou lidmaatskap is opgeskort. So jy moet dit nou maar uitcheck, maar jy kan nie fucking Ben. Jy kan either way nie vir my of vir enigiemand nou vertel jy is 'n lid of nie. Dit is nou ook 'n klomp kak. Al weet jy nou nie geweet dat jou lidmaatskap geld agter is nie of een of ander iets. Maar jy moes dit geweet het. Ek sê dit nou vir jou. Een meer is. Jy het so bloody die mekaar gepraat op daai telefoongesprek wat jy opgetyp het. In die eerste plek kan mens amper niks hoor nie. So, kom ek sê jou wat? Upgrade bietjie jou equipment, soos ek myne upgrade. Nie upgrade nie. Jy weet, ek is nie 'n
Good advice, Mr. Cillié. I'll definitely take note of that one.
Ek het dit goed baie gebruik nie, maar jy kan hoor my recordings is flippin' solid, jy kan alles hoor. Dit werk op WhatsApp en op gewone lyn. Ek weet nie hoekom jy weet nou jouself uitgee as 'n pro, nie ook proper se dinge soos kan nie, jy weet. Ek koop, maar anyway, be that as it may. Jy het so die mekaar gepraat in daai foongesprek. Jy weet, dan praat jy van jou website wat nou nie geupdate is nie. Ag, fok, regtig Ben. Jy weet jy lieg met jou hoeveelheid polygraph toetse oor jou loopbaan met 'n veelvoud van omtrent 5 oordryf jy dit. Dis nie net so dalk 'n bietjie geoorskat nie. Jy ten minste dit met 'n faktor van 5, sou ek raai. En ek dink ek sê dit naby reg. Ten minste met 'n faktor van 5 geoorskat. So, jy weet, maar nie vir my kom sê die ding het nog 'n bietjie werk, dit is bullshit, verstaan, dit is nie eenvoudig dan. Jou ander probleem is, jy het gelieg oor goed, verstaan, jy het gelieg oor jou employee status by Injani bestaan nie. Nou, kom terug na SIRA toe, jy hamer nou aan oor SIRA en jy is geregistreer by SIRA onder Injani, ek weet nie hoe die volk dit werk, dat jy onder 'n maatskappy kan wees wat nie meer bestaan nie, wat se SIRA registrasie teruggetrek is. Wat dit be dat dit is my, dit maak nie saak nie. En nou sê vir my nee man, jy is nou ge-exempt via jou accredited fraud examiners lidmaatskap, wat ons uitgevind het, jou lidmaatskap is nie op die stadium van krag nie. Ek het nie eers vir hulle gevra oor die SIRA, ek het hulle gevra, ek het onthou het hulle gesê, dit Ben, die punt is, SIRA, nie SIRA, dit maak nie saak nie. Jy hoef nie 'n SIRA lidmaatskap vir registrasie te hê vir die dienste wat Litech verrig nie. So vergeet van SIRA, dit het niks aan die uit te waai nie. Die punt is, jy sit hulle logo op die Litech website, okay? Wat die indruk skep dat jy 'n geregistreerde lid is. Nou, as jy ge-exempt is deur die Fraud Examiners Association, kan jy nou nog steeds daai ding opsit? Here nee Ben. Nee. Jesus, en ek het so gehoop ek is nou klaar met jou, maar die voel weet. Hoopelik is dit nou klaar. Ek is godvol ek kan iets oorkom. So ek hoop dit is in die laaste. Luister al af daai fucking video van jou kanaal af. Alhoewel, ek weet nie regtig al nie, maar okay, as jy niks so wil uitsteek, be my guest. Jy's baie braaf en Ek dink jy het gedink, jy gaan my nou so intimideer dat ek gaan weggolf ster tussen die bene. Maar weet jy wat, volk jou, Ben, kom vir my, en dan kyk as dit gebeur.
I accept the challenge, Mr. Cillié. I do. I want to assure you that nothing will stop me. I question your motive for your interference into this matter. I question all your public statements that you've made with regards to me. Only time will tell whether you've been influenced by someone else to do it, or whether you have just seen me as low-hanging fruit when it comes to extortion. So whatever the motive may be, it's going to be simple, because forensic evidence don't lie. Your cell phone records will definitely show something. Your bank accounts will undoubtedly show something. So, yeah, time will tell. Thank you for the input, but no thank you. I am not paying you a single cent. And if there's anyone out there that need any information from me, come and see me. I'll be open and honest without anything, about everything in my life. I certainly have nothing to hide. So, yeah, we're just going to have a short break, and I'll be back. Mr. Cillié, I still have no understanding for your obsession to try and discredit me. For your record, there I am. Proud member of the Association of Certified Fraud Examiners. One mistake that you made. Their system did not update when you called them. Well, it was not updated as yet. There is my certificate to prove that I'm a member in good standing. I regret to inform you that a criminal case has been opened at the Durbanville police station. Extortion, CRIMEN INJURIA, and now intimidation on top of that. Anything else you want to know, feel free to ask anyone. Let's hope that this will be a lesson for anyone out there. Thank you very much. Thanks for watching, everyone. Right, here we go. Right, so there we are. Case is being registered. So, yeah, let's hope this extortion and CRIMEN INJURIA stops here and now.